Hey, welcome to another installment of the Angel Channel, episode 75, which happens to be my destiny number, which is kind of interesting. Got some news to share with you a little later in the show. Hope everybody's doing really good. I've got a really exciting guest tonight. Her name's Kelly Brickel. She's a really amazing psychic and numerologist, and as a fanatical numerologist, I'm so excited to have a fellow fanatic on to kick some numbers around and just give you some new ways of looking at that and how to use numbers kind of like in your everyday life. So I'm super stoked about that. We're going to get to Kelly pretty quickly because we got a full plate tonight. Before we get I introduce you to Kelly, I want to just bring up, I always try to like keep you abreast of what's going on in the cosmos around us that's affecting us. And the main thing that's happening right now is crazy solar activity that is just bombarding the Earth. And I don't know if it's already happened yet, but it's just on the edge of a mass coronal ejection, which is going to like blanket the Earth and coat the magnetosphere, and there's all kinds of craziness going on. And a lot of people are talking about pole shifts and stuff like that, which I don't really see happening. But it definitely is affecting like your everyday life and how you feel. And man, it feels like something outside me pressing in, like from all around. It makes you a little fuzzy, like hard to think really clear, and kind of energetically draining. Like if, just taking a step can feel like, wow, that took a lot of effort. So just be aware, allow yourself a little more flexibility in your timing, and get as much rest as you can, and shield up like we've been talking about, and keep that stuff off as much as possible. There's the way the sunspots are lined up around the equator of the sun, it looks like that, there'll be some activity, bigger or less, for some time. So just kind of be aware of that. Want to say hey to Nat. Hey, Natalie, how are you? Grace Grell, the amazing Grace, my bud. Spectra, how are you? Mario, welcome. Yeah, okay. Inga, welcome. Glad you're here. The family. That's been a really unexpected thing about this whole podcast thing. I was kind of like thinking about it, like, just go get an audience and blah blah. But it's really turned into more of a practice family, and I so look forward to these sessions every week. And I'm digging like seeing Inga, Nat, Spectra, making progress, and actually seeing some tangible positive results out of all of this, because in the end, all I'm really looking for is for everybody to feel better after they leave. So cool. So super excited to introduce our guest this evening. Her name's Kelly Brickel, and she is running and starting up a really badass metaphysical network called the Sacred Spiral Network. And she's on YouTube, and I was fortunate enough to be on one of Michael's Inn has a show on that network called Holding Space. And I was the first guest on that, and that's kind of how I got introduced to the whole scenario. And I was on a show on that same thing with Minty May, and we had a blast. And then I got to actually participate with Kelly on her psychic show about a week or two ago, and just had a really amazing blast. And man, the people I've been connecting with lately, there's just such a resonance, and like, wow, everybody's kind of on the same zone. And when you meet people, even if their frequency isn't the same as yours, when it harmonizes and it makes those pretty chords, it's really, really wonderful. Um, so, and I have to say, man, every time I turn on YouTube, there's a new show on the Sacred Spiral Network. So scope it out and see what's going on over there, because I think Kelly's one of the hardest working people I know doing this, and I don't know how she like carves herself up into enough pieces to get everything accomplished that she's getting accomplished. So kudos for that, for sure. So without further ado, my good new friend and numerologist and psychic extraordinaire, Kelly Brickel.
Hello, Bryan. Hello, B.
Yeah, they both work.
Yes, interchangeable. I'm feeling it out. I just go with it. It sounds silly that I'm using both, but it's like I like the sound of both of them, so I have to acknowledge both of them.
So numbers. We share numbers. We share a number thing. How did that happen for you? How did you get into that?
Oh goodness. Yeah, it's a bit of a story, but basically going back to when I was first developing and learning about energy and being psychic, and I didn't really know where to start, and I was really investigating it from a mental standpoint a lot more so than let me trust what I'm feeling, and I'm this, and I am a psychic medium. It was a lot of, well, let me read about this and look into that, and I wanted to debunk it because I really was interested about, okay, if it works, this is fantastic, then everybody should know about this, and if it doesn't, well, then I want to be like, these things that people are talking about, they're not real. So I came in from the cerebral perspective. But anyway, long story short, I figured out psychic and mediumship was real, but then I go, well, tools. So if the energy is real, why would you need a tool, right? And these tools and these systems, are they even real? So then I started looking into that, and I really gravitated towards numerology naturally. I just started seeing consistencies very easily. And astrology, I love astrology, but it didn't speak to me right away, and numerology did. So it's something that I had a hobby in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Same
something.
thing for me. Yeah.
I think we were talking a little bit before we started the show, and you said that you count the street names, and numbers are. I do that too, and it was a hobby where I always kept it in my life when I wasn't like I'm a numerologist yet. But yeah, absolutely, I know I can resonate with it.
I don't know about if this is the way it is for you, but like there's the wizard part of me believes everything is possible, but then the scientist shows up and says, okay, I need empirical evidence, and you need to be able to repeat that at least 3 times. And for me, like, one of the early things I realized about numbers, and the thing that has grown, like, and it's amazing, is numbers define frequencies. And those frequencies don't change, and they're not really open to bending in lots of different ways. They are what they are, and I love that. And we're going to talk about some methods of using numbers in a little bit, where you can like get little messages and stuff, and like when you get those messages and well, maybe I just made that up. I have an amazing imagination. So maybe I just made that up. But then when you can take those numbers and add them up for what that was and check those against your actual numbers, all of a sudden, man, those have never lied for me over 50 years.
You know, what you're saying is, I believe it too. There are archetypes of describing energy, and it's just code. It's just saying, I have description of this code, and I'm better acquainted with it. And since I understand it, I can use it to navigate the world around me, or I understand myself further. So it's like the internal navigation as well as the external navigation.
And have you ever heard the statement, you know, the universe was created with numbers, letters, and sound? Yeah.
Who said that? I believe it. I believe it. And I think that automatically, but who
That
said it?
that was like the whole Golden Dawn, that whole like Western magic mode. That was one of the premises for that, and that's also a Kabbalah thing in a big way.
Yes.
Yeah, in a
Well,
big way.
I'm on board with that. And yes, and thumbs up. I
Yeah.
want to say hi to really quick. I'm seeing some awesome people in the house. Grace. Hello, Grace Grilla. Speaking of which, what a sweetheart. I just got a book from Grace, and it's the Divine Triangle. And he
Oh,
recommended that book to me. So it's like she knew. So I had to give her a shout out just now.
well, that was one of the
I
things.
should it's right behind me. I should
Yeah,
go
yeah.
get
I gotta get mine. Hold on.
it. Okay, I'll get it too. Same time.
Da, 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 da. This book I got, wow, when I was 17. And have
Double books.
you haven't really got, this is what I learned from. So this is like so near and dear to my heart. I've learned lots of other systems, but this one remains like my core. Oh my God, it's amazing. And this divine triangle little diagram out here, like it's a whole layout for your life. And I've lived enough life now to kind of like judge mine against that. And it is so there. I'll be really happy to see what you think about this. We can compare notes on this because I can't tell you how many people I've given this to. So kudos, Grace. Good job.
I'm excited too. I literally just got it. So yes, please, let's compare notes. I would love it. And Michael Zinn, hello.
Mr.
Hey.
Zinn, we meet again.
Holding space, and that's how I met you, through Michael Zinn, and that's how I met Grace, through Michael Zinn. He's a wonderful, amazing networker.
He is. That's the truth.
So shout out, and then everyone in the audience too. Hello, Inga, Natalie, the Magic Hour, Maria, Spectra. Hello, hello.
Hey, we're gonna do some tandem readings tonight at the end of the show. Kelly's gonna do some psychic stuff and some number stuff, and I'm gonna do the usual angel cards. So if you guys are looking for readings, get your name on the list, and we will make sure to bust it out for you at the end of the show, like we always do. So, you know, the great thing about the divine triangle, you know, it gives you these meanings, which I pretty much have memorized after 50 years, right? And those are cool, but I also like, how do I apply this to my everyday life? And one of my favorite examples is you have a number called your life lesson number, which is determined by your birth date. So that number for me, you know, that represents the lessons that you were born here to get and will address throughout the course of your life in one form or another. So super important number. And I love, like, when I'm getting a new book, like the Divine Triangle, the first thing I do when I pick that book up is turn to page 26. And there's always a message there specifically for me. I know that sounds really crazy. How could that happen?
No.
But every single time. So, and you know, the double numbers, 26, you add those together and put that over the single digit 8. So in addition to going to page 26, you can go to every 26th line. You can go to every 8th line. You can go to every 8th word. And like every one of those the deeper you get, the crazier the messages get. So that's one of my favorite, like tangible ways to use that.
I love doing that in different ways too. So I resonate with the number 8 a lot as well. It's my soul number. So I don't know if you call this, because we all have different types of numerology sometimes. So
Right. The soul number for me are the vowels.
Okay, so it's the
And
same.
then,
Okay,
and the outer personality number, that's the you show the world. Like your soul number is your deepest
right.
you that only you and God know. Your outer personality number is you wear in the physical world, and that's by the consonants.
So definitely so. Like when you say your life lesson, it's like in Pythagorean numerology, the one that I do, it's the life path. And so, okay, the soul number is the same for us. Okay. So 8 is a number that definitely follows me around, and 9s and a couple of other numbers. But everywhere I go, whether I'm, at a restaurant and I have a receipt and we're at table 9, or we're at, how can I put this? The order number, let's say, of the day was 83 or something like that. Or if I'm buying something, the tracking number, it could be 11 sequence numbers long, but it adds up to 8 or 9. So I find that a lot. Those numbers follow me. And sometimes I will do things like, especially with the page numbers, I'll look for certain page numbers, and sometimes I'll count paragraphs. I haven't done that one a lot lately, but I resonate. And there's patterns everywhere. Like we're just geometric structures of energy, and everything is very connected, and we're a bunch of interconnected points and lines. So if we know about our sequencing and we know certain numbers are harmonic to us, then it makes sense why we are duplicating, or we are becoming more insightful with these, or going deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole with how these patterns create and express themselves. So I totally, yes, I'm on board with that. And I think it's super fun. And I think that numbers should speak to us if we know about them. They are like,
I don't know about you, but like when I'm driving in the car, I'm always adding stuff up, which has the kind of unintended benefit of keeping your brain sharp. And
yes.
I love to encourage everybody out there, man, to like try it out. Like just like even at your very first, like numerology is so simple as compared to like astrology, right? Astrology is so deep, man. Tarot's really deep. Like it's all deep, but numbers are just a couple rows of letters and some numbers, and you can start. And you can start seeing how things are built, and like the numbers that make up a word, like along the way, like the mix of what numbers are in that, like tell you stuff about it. And every way that you add them up and look at things with that filter gives you information about the world around you, which I just really love. And so I'd really strongly encourage get this book.
I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. I can't
book.
talk too much about it, but no, the certain books are very good. There's a book back there that I love and adore, and I have one here. It's I use it to prop up my computer actually, but I can pop it out. You'll see me go down.
One of the other cool things about one of the other cool things about hang on. One of the other cool things about the Divine Triangle, I don't know if you've scoped yet, is it also, in addition to the number meanings, has the tarot correspondences and the astrological correspondences for each.
Yes, I did notice some of that.
So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I think it's very cool. There's a lot of crossovers in astrology and tarot with numerology. And yes, I do love diving into that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, everybody, once you learn a system, you'll just learn about energy principles and you can bridge those across.
Exactly.
It doesn't marry 100%, but enough where you get quite good at some things. Exactly. But I really love this book. Glynis Has Your Number. And then she also has Love by the Numbers. And Love by the Numbers is the first book that I really loved with numerology. And I've read that one just like back to back, up and down. I would reference it throughout, even just being a psychic medium, because it's just archetypes of energy. And it was all about like love and connection and pairing numbers. So you would understand others, not just your chart, but others, and how you flowed with the people around you within your life. So it helped me become a really good psychic, that book too.
Well, figuring out, we're all born into families with lots of divergent personalities, So I did all of my entire family. I did the numbers for everybody, and the flows that you see through that, pretty telling and pretty amazing. And it's also a really great mirror on where your energy is and where your frequency is and how you're flowing, and therefore interacting and reacting with other people as well. So pretty cool.
Yes. Yes. There's complexity with what numerology can do, but the lovely thing about it is once you know the basics, you know how to then apply very quickly. The more you learn, the more you learn. Sure, you're going to have to be an encyclopedia of rules, and sure, you're going to have to learn a lot along the way to apply some of these simple principles, but you can teach somebody and they can keep up with you as long as they know the basics, and they'll kind of go, oh, I can do that with this. Yes.
Yeah.
It's easy to apply. It's really nice.
Yeah. So I sort of have a crazy thing for you tonight. I got diverted here with where I was originally going to go with the show, with something we'll bring up here in just a minute. But as part of my original preparation, this show, it's the Angel Channel, and I used a specific system of angels called the Shemha Meforish. And what I really love about this particular system is that it's 72 angels, but all of those angels are aspects of God. So it's like the 72 angels of the names of God. So while it is a separate entity and an angel, it's the piece that you needed at that moment of God. And it's a pretty amazing system. And the way it was, those names were arrived at is pretty cool. It comes from the book of Exodus in the Bible, and chapters 19, 20, and 21. And my birthday is 21. So that number is showing up at the end, very significant for me. And those three verses describe the pillar of fire when Moses was parting the Red Sea. So it was a pretty impactful moment. And those are made up of Hebrew letters. Here, hold on one second. Those are made up of these three verses. And they're all three verses are exactly 72 characters in a row. And the way that the name is arrived is by going letter by letter, like the first letter of the first verse, the last letter of the second verse, and the first letter of the last verse, so that you just go down the line and combine them like that, and they produce these three letter names, which is pretty amazing. And those 72, 3 times 72 adds up to 216, which is the ineffable biggest name of God. So,
and another 9.
Yeah, pretty cool. Right, exactly. So uh, I lost a person I was really in love with about 5 or 6 years ago, and she and I had been doing a dance with each other like for 30 years, and um, she really had a problem with addiction, and that made it really impossible for us to actually be together. But as much as I tried to remove myself from her and she did the same with me, it just always wound up coming back to each other. And if it weren't for that one issue, we could have had an amazing life together. And I never really gave up on helping her, on finding her get help and getting better right up until the time she drank herself to death. And I really miss her a lot. She made my life really happy when we were good, and I had been thinking about her a bunch, and I kind of felt her presence around, and I was like, wow, this is really intense. And I realized at that time that I had not actually done the numerology on the verses of the Shem HaMephorash. So I converted them to, I got the English translation, and I did my little cross all the letters out for each verse until it was just whatever numbers were left that only appeared once. And I went through and did that with each one of those. And these are the letters that were left. My my uh, my friend's name was Karen, and I called her Special K, and she called me B. Right, so K loves B. Like, holy crap, are you kidding me? It felt like this like thunderbolt, like out of the blue. Like, how could the Shem HaMephorash have a message for me? But that's the beauty of the universe and the source, man. It can get to you in any way that you possibly can. Now, in addition, like those letters add up to 11, which if you put over the two, it's another 2 1. There's my birthday. And 2 3 4 are the first 3 digits in my phone number. And here I sit tonight with Kelly Brickel,
Yes,
whose,
that's
whose,
right.
whose husband's last name is Brickel. Kay loves Brickel. Oh my God.
Yes. K
It's
loves
a
B. K loves
true.
B.
Like, holy crap. I just thought I, I got so excited when I saw this and just, oh man, when it feels like the universe is speaking to you, it like, I don't know, it just elevates you in so many amazing ways. And anyway, I really just couldn't wait to share that with you. And I mean, first of all, what are the odds that those 4 letters would be the only letters left out of all of those words? Crazy. So, all right, it's already out there as a message for me, but then, like, here I have you on the show, the only numerologist I've ever had on the show, and like, there's you and your husband.
K loves B.
Beautiful, 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 beyond words, man. It's a thing that keeps me coming back, because, like, what uh, a treasure search that was to find that, and to come out with that at the end, something that just lights you up. I came up off the seat. I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh, wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right.
I do believe that there's sequences everywhere, and there's a reason why we're in everyone's life. We hold complementary energy, or we ripple out in patterns that, even if chaotic or abrasive, they are still creating this interlocked sequence where it's not random. You can find why people are together. You can find why energy likes energy. Yeah, there's messages afoot, definitely. And yeah, 2s and 4s and threes, they're in my chart too as well. So even when you put up those, letters, I'm like, oh, those are very in my energy field too, with how they follow me as well.
We'll have
It's
to
been
compare personal numbers at a later date and just kind of see where we're at. It would be really kind of crazy because I think there's a lot of overlap there in a really profound way. So
absolutely.
I got some news yesterday that no parent ever wants to hear, and I heard that my son passed away a few days ago, and I'm still kind of in shock and disbelief, and even saying those words to you is like it sounds like somebody else. That can't really be a reality. Um, he was young, 42, and it's really sad that he had to leave so early. And yeah, and his soul number. Here we are on the ninth, and his soul number is the ninth. So I kind of changed the mode of the show tonight, and I really want to dedicate this with all my heart to my son Adam. And what we're going to do tonight is create some sacred space. We're going to gather some good juice, and in our guided meditation, we're going to make a beautiful circle of all of our light bodies, and we're going to take amazing gold and white energy and fill him up and blast him right through past all the confusion and the illusions right to the true light and liberation. And yeah, we'll celebrate him tonight in a really amazing way. It was a really great person, super talented artist, a metal singer extraordinaire. Worked. He was an art director in a bunch of movies that you've seen, and it's just really a sad thing to see such creative fire snuffed out so way too early. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to celebrate him this evening and see if we can send him off with a blast. I'm still a little crazy about it, so if I get a little weepy, please bear with me.
Well, I mean, I can imagine. I mean, my goodness, my goodness. This is so recent, but everyone's coming together to honor him. And I love Grace said heaven has a new angel, Adam. Um, where we're celebrating a gorgeous life, a gorgeous life.
And to moving on to what's next in grand fashion, you know, salute. All right,
So
let's create some sacred space. With the brilliant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the brilliant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. The brilliant light of the source, banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With light and love, we come together. We blend our energy and our love and our joy. We come together tonight to celebrate Adam Lahr and to move him into the beautiful arms of the source. We ask that the angels be with us this evening in every way, lending us their protection, their knowledge and truth. We ask that we have ears to hear, eyes to see, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it. Oh, all of it. All of it. Infinite, unconditional love and our wish for bliss to the source. We open our circle. Wow, juicy tonight. Okay, we're going to start with our 3 cleansing breaths. Kelly, you haven't done this with us before, but the whole point of this one is to take a really deep breath using your solar plexus, drawing in through your nose, filling yourself up as much as you can with golden healing light. And just let that infuse through your whole body as you get to full. When you feel like you're full, pack a little more in, so you're just, okay. And then on the release, it's kind of like attaching your breath to imagining your whole energetic system shutting down and just turning off. Like somebody flipped a switch in the machine and the turbine's going. And when we get down to the bottom of that breath and we hit silence, just like if somebody freeze framed the movie, just be absolutely still. The point of this is to get down to blank space, right? Where there's no thought, no mind, no world, nothing, but just that moment of pureness, right? And we'll hang there for 5 or 6 seconds and then take another breath and we'll repeat that 3 times. All right. So let's start. Inhale in through your solar plexus, in through the nose. Really deep, beautiful breath, pulling in golden light. Pack it in and release. Turning off the machine, going deeper. No mind, totally relaxed. Silence. Inhale. Really fill it up. Let that energy flow through your whole body and release. Going deeper into the beautiful silence. No mind, no world, no time. Silence. All right, one more. Make it count. Inhale. Pack it in as much as you can. And release. Going deeper. Relax your body. No past. No future. Deeper. Silence. All right, take a breath. Keep your eyes closed. We're going to do an energy gather now. I want you to go inside where your solar plexus is and your hollow inside. And I want you, with your intent, to reach out in all directions, 365, to the inside of your shell. And I want you to use your intent, grab onto the energy there, and pull all the energy, every bit of it, in your body into your solar plexus. Okay? We're going to take 3 really deep breaths. And with each inhale, I want you to reach out and grab and just make that little sphere in your solar plexus into a bright, glowing sun. All right? Here we go. Inhale really deep. Draw it in. Spinning sun in the center. Another breath. Inhale. The more you pull, the more you can pull. Draw it all, every bit. Inhale. Get bright. There you go. Well, you guys are juicy tonight. Here we go. All right. Now I want you to take that energy in your solar plexus, and on the exhale, I want you to push that energy out into your light body and brighten yourself. All right? Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Push. Brighten it up. Push. I want you to glow like the sun. Push. All right. You stay in beautiful blank space, and we're going to go on a little journey. I want you to come out of blank space and find yourself standing on the dry lake bed in Death Valley, perfectly flat, baked mud, surrounded by mountains. So you're in a protected little bowl, and it's nighttime. And the breeze is cool and crisp. And you look up at the sky, and the stars are so bright, they almost illuminate the world around. You can see the Milky Way and the depth of the indigo of the sky. And across the horizontal sky, you see 9 shooting stars, one right after another. And you realize that next to you and in a circle around you, we're all standing there in bodies of light, human shaped but glowing bright light. And we're all facing a point in the center. And as we're looking at that point, the number 9 slowly materializes and starts spinning faster, faster, faster. And it's glowing with bright light. And pretty soon it's going so fast that it just becomes an egg-shaped glowing light. Welcome, Adam. We're going to send you some love. All right. Now, I'd like everybody from around the circle to just send their love and their intent for a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blast off to the true light. That we send them off past the fear, past the confusion, past the illusions of the spectral light, and directly like a laser beam right into the arms of the true light and liberation. All right. I'll take that juice and pour it into that light sphere in the center. And let's just make it as bright as it can. Yeah, there we go. Brighter and brighter as it slowly spins, filling it with love and protection, clarity, truth. Oh, a couple more. Make it count. All right. Now, at the count of three, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I want everyone to just focus on that light in the center and send it out like a laser beam to the true light, like a laser beam to the true light and bliss. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Off it goes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. All right, let's come back slowly now. Take a nice deep breath. Come back into your body. Slowly become aware around you. The room, how you feel. Another deep breath. And you're back. Thank you guys so much. That was wonderful. Thank you very, very much. I love you. Okay. So let's connect up with the angels and some energy. All right, let me see who was looking for readings.
It's a beautiful comment.
Yeah, let's see. I want to make sure I get everybody. They're going back a little bit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, Inga, you're up first. Inga's one of those that like has latched on to the practice, and I've been working with her outside the show, and she's really making a lot of progress and is like kudos. All right,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
all right, get really focused, Inga. Let's connect.
Just let me know how you'd like me to come in. You can start.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull the card and read the little reading, and then you can blast out whatever you want. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, let's do it like that.
All right. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. All right. Oh God. Number 40, the angel of divine consolation. Oh, I didn't get the thing up here. Hold on one second. There we go.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Number 40. Let's see. Let's get to that. Right. You know, it never, like, it surprises me. And at the same time, I'm not at all.
So it's like Venus in Capricorn or Venus and Capricorn. I'm seeing all those little signs. It's so cool.
Well, my file's geeking here. Let me do a yeah, I keep trying to select. It won't change. So let me get out of that. And let me reload that. Sorry for being sloppy.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm fascinated by the whole codex you have with the letters and the symbols.
There we go. All right.
The
Back in
Hebrew definite text.
All right. Let's try this again.
Oh, and then we have Mars and Aries and a triangle.
Yeah, there you go. All right, here we go, Inga. Oh my God, why is this talking to me? Why does deep sorrow hurt so damn much? The pain of separation is a bitter pill to swallow. Oh, God. Make the choice to remove yourself from any situation which produces sorrow or negative vibrations. Find your creative light and let it shine. Give up any dependency on others for your ideas. Focus your efforts on organizing your life. View the past as a whole picture. Expand your view to the big picture and away from the small view that causes you pain. Be the peacemaker. Never be afraid to say you're sorry. Think before you speak so that you will not feel sorry after it's too late. Learn to accept your situation. Allow yourself to experience the pain. Give yourself the right to grieve and to release the heartache. Let it go. Then, once the upset, pain, and tears have gone, open the door to new possibilities. Your aching heart will need someone. Wow. Kelly, you get any impressions?
That's beautiful. I'm really quick. I wanted to know Inga's numbers, if she's with us, if she can let us know.
Her life lesson number is 44-8. And Inga, send us your birthday, just the month and the day.
Yes, please. Okay, the month and the day, if you can too, as well. 44-8 is great, but I really get in with that month and that day. Okay, so so that's September 14th. Okay, thank you. All right, September 14th. Okay, so there's a lot of energy around making sure that you honor the different phases in life. And you have an attitude 5 number, and that is comprised of your month and your day. And that basically says one of the perspectives that you have in life is to let yourself evolve and to be on the go and to be busy and to be in this flow where you're comprising everything you ever learned constantly to create this new part of you. So there's constant evolution, and that's kind of where you source your power. And with your ultimate life path or your life lesson, as we say to another way, it's refining all that information so you can ascend into a part of yourself that has excellence. So there has to be mastery, and constantly there is with you, but there has to be also this acceptance of you will always have these parts that you're building. But to scoop up enough of your parts to say, I'm going to master this for the time being. I'm going to be very responsible for this for the time being. So it's calling you to be responsible in a way with these certain parts of yourself, certain things. I'm going to develop in this way until I'm told to open up once more and to become a different part of myself. So that's kind of the energy coming forward, a lot of evolution. I could keep going. Do you want me to hand it back to you, or how would you?
Well, we've got kind of a long list, so why don't we wrap that one up and let's move on to the next.
Oh, can I just say one last thing for her really quick?
Absolutely, then? Sure.
Okay. So, like with Inga, this month for you is going to be like in a more emotional month. So allow yourself to journal, allow yourself to, I feel like you're getting to channeling now, too, as well. So allow a healing to channel through you. And whether it's Reiki or whether it's healing guides, there's a call for a lot of healing guides to come in and work with you and to learn with this part of yourself. So that's all I'm going to say. All right. Thank you, Inga.
Nailed it. Okay, crazy. All right. Natalie. Here we go. You know the drill, Natalie. And did Natalie, I think she did. Natalie, if you haven't sent your birthday and month, please do that at the bottom while I'm doing the angel card reading. All right. Let's see.
Natalie. Okay. Yes, your day and month, Natalie, please.
All right. Here we go, Nat. Concentrate. Yeah, I know. It's a little more effort. That's all right. Really focus. There you go. All right. Words of wisdom for my friend Natalie. Words of wisdom for my friend Natalie. Words of wisdom for my friend Natalie. Huh. So I should start calling Grace the angel of divine grace, number 10. Face it, the situation is bad. Accept your feelings. It's an unfair, unequal situation, and insecure emotions bloom when you feel underappreciated and underrecognized for your contribution and hard work. Feelings of insecurity produce resentment and dissatisfaction as you perceive and accept the truth of the inequity in your and your prosperity is suffering. Any relationship is built on an agreement between those who have and those who don't. Doling out attentions, promises, sexual favors, or finances can be a manipulative means of keeping people bound to you. Learn to gift with no strings, no conditions, according to your ability, and to receive your gifts. Then you will be on solid ground in your relationships. When success is measured in terms of what you give, everyone shares in it. If success is measured in terms of what you get, you will always be chained to the need for more. So stop being so defensive. Yes, you are. That one's for you, Nat. That's the tarot card associated with this is the Six of Pentacles, which is a really great card, and is an indication that somebody that has some money they can afford to give you is going to do that. And it's usually not like a loan or something. It's somebody that has that wants to support something you're doing, or just a nice gift. So keep an eye out for some freebies coming up here. Okay, Kelly.
Okay. Natalie, if you're in the house, can you pop down your month and day? And if not, I'm just going to do a message without the numbers. It's okay. Just let me know if you're around, Natalie.
Yeah.
Okay. So, no, it's okay. It's okay. Then let me just kind of like tune in a different way. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of like a lime green color. I'm getting a lime green color, and I'm also getting different shades coming in with that green, like of whites and like gray. And what's coming forward is basically allowing Natalie to get into a place within her life where she is sharing and she is not overthinking how she is sharing. Because I feel like Natalie is one who has a lot of skills, and there's like a newness in how she wants to bring that to the world. And so there's a lot of planning and there's a lot of overthinking, and it's basically like you are prepared. You just have to go out and allow yourself to be in the energy, no matter if you think it's the right time or not, or if you think you're professional or perfect. So there's like a lot of energies coming in saying you have the knowledge, so start. And then just another step and another step, rather than I'm going to plan 50 steps and then I have the perfect plan, and then this will get me to the prize, and this will get me to being how I want to be. So that comes forth, and it's just basically all the overthinking is suppressing these natural parts of you that just want to come out. Like life is about being, life is about doing, and experience trumps potential. So get out there and have your experience, and your friends and family, they're going to gather around you and help you to become who you are. It's that's the last thing that I'm going to say. It's the becoming. Like allow the journey of the becoming, not the end result. Allow the journey of the becoming. So that's what I'm giving to her.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So my friend Spectra would like a reading. And let's see, her birthday is 8/29.
8/29. Okay, cool. All right. Would you like me to start? Would you
You
like to
go ahead
go?
and start. Yeah, I'll get a nice shuffle going.
Okay, cool. So you're an attitude 1 and a personal day 2 spectra. And so an attitude 1, this is a placement where it's very important that no matter where you are in life, you have a connection to what you want to be doing in life. And even when you don't know, you can say, that's a yes for me, that's a no for me. Maybe I don't know how to do it, maybe I don't have all the details, but intrinsically you just go, yeah, that's a no, or that's a yes. And that should be built up very strong within you as a person. There's almost like this stubborn defiance with things that just don't sit well. So you have a compass within you always. And to look out if you ever feel like, wow, I really don't feel like I'm going, that will let you know that you're concerning yourself with too many other people's opinions, or you're concerning yourself with things that are not even of importance, because you do know. You just have to be healthy and treat yourself well and have self-care, and you do truly know what you want. So that's important for a reminder. And if you can understand this too, like initially the people, they feel your softness, and you kind of have to assert who you really are. And there's a time and a frame of this coming into being, of allowing people to just be okay with who you are again. So it's this radical next phase of acceptance. It's like you've done it many different times. It's kind of like, it's like the ego death thing. It's like I've reached another ego death, and like that now this is my new identity, and I'm totally embracing myself again, and I get to map out the next chapter. So that's coming in. But ultimately, what I want to say is right now, it's really a resurgence for yourself, and take all that beautiful energy and create and keep going this year, no matter if things dip or not. Just keep going, keep creating. It's good. It's good what's happening this year. Don't overthink it. Another don't overthink it, but for a different reason.
Nailed it.
Reverse for sure. Woo!
All right. So I pulled an angel card, which is the angel of divine power, number 4. Listen to the voice calling for a new path. Acknowledge when your talents, abilities, and work are being wasted. An answer is on the way, but there is still much to be accomplished. And equilibrium must be established. You are focused on your inner pain, blinding you to the outer opportunities. You turn away from the power that is always there for you to use. You are giving and allow others to manipulate and take advantage of your giving nature. And this allows others to use and take advantage of you. Double check everything before moving ahead. Careless methods can ruin your crop. You may experience the failure of some project due to storms or problems that are greater than you had anticipated. A trauma and resulting memories have caused you to disconnect. New opportunities are here, but you must be present and in the now in order to recognize them and take the proper action to assure success. You must be alert to the new opportunities that present themselves now and use them wisely. Remain open and receptive to new business ventures and partnerships with reputable people. Commit to operating from a place of light and integrity as you march forward. Yeah. There you
March
go.
forward.
Yeah.
March forward.
Which this whole thing just kind of, yeah, it was yeah, never mind.
No, hey, whatever you're getting something.
Well, no, it just reinforced everything you said too, in a really, well, the very first line: listen to the voice calling for a new path. Yeah, make it you were talking about ego death and like that whole scenario, and that's exactly what it. That's why I love the angel cards, and that's
Yeah,
why, man.
no,
I mean, most of the time, especially when you get focused on a specific question, it's like the very first line will be like the very first line on that one, about sorrow. It's like boom, it just nails exactly. You could stop reading it right there. All right, we got Mr. Zen would love a double reading, so let's work him up.
okay.
Michael's birthday is 9/23, I believe.
9/23. Okay.
Jess, is that you? Hey, how are you? Happy you're here. 10/23. I'm sorry, 10/20.
Oh, 10/23. Okay. 10/23. All right. All right. Did he give his okay, 10/23. All right, got it. I just saw it. Okay. So this is really cool. So I have never looked at Michael's birthday before. I know him, but I've never looked at his birthday. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you're in attitude 6, Michael. And so this means that there's this natural generosity that fuels like from the essence of your being. You really want to help. You really do care. And it's like very much not always have people understood where this comes from or why it comes from you, but it's just natural and it's just pure. You have a personal day number of a 5, that's the 23. And basically what happens is you pull in all these people towards you of many different backgrounds, those that you get along with, those that you don't get along with, but whoever kind of finds their way to you, you've always felt like there is this synchronicity and you want to leave people better than how you found them. Even when it was like back in the day, let's say if there was a period where you were cynical, you would still almost go, why am I helping this person? Or, I feel like I should try. And so again, there's this like natural innocence of you to be the helper, to be the healer, and you get to figure out how far down the rabbit hole you want to go with that. But that's really beautiful to see. This year, it's about establishing new families and friendships and understanding the person you've become and allowing the people around you to really show them who they are too, so you can make some good decisions. Because right now it's about foundations and building on those, and creating pillars for your life. So you're at this place where you're full circle, where you didn't think maybe you'd be where you are, but you're pleasantly surprised and you're allowed to get stronger and be like, this is the person I've actually wanted to be. And it's happening right now. And it came kind of out of the blue. So there's lots of thumbs up and there's lots of angels. I feel like whether or not this may be, because I'm going to segue to Bryan now, but whether it's directly because of Bryan's energy or they're letting you know something that just happened with you. But I feel like whether you got a message or you saw a picture or even a feather, there's been a message and a sign of angels confirming some of your choices and your path lately. So look out for the angel signs.
Yeah.
All things angels. But I'm going to, with that said, I'm going to hand it off to Bryan because I could keep talking. Michael Zen has a lot of good energy. He has a lot of good energy right now.
Yeah. So, Michael, I pulled a card for you. Number 46, the angel of perceiving and revealing.
Ooh, Ariel.
After being deeply hurt and healing, you face the real test. Can you accept an apology? Can you truly forgive and let go of the pain? Love with the trust and receptivity of a child, and out of this pleasurable experience, you will be regenerated and renewed. You will emanate that pleasure, and the feeling will be extended to everyone around you. Delays are only a test of your strength and will. Be proactive, not reactive. Be quiet, still, and center yourself within. That blank space thing's in. Make it part of your zone. When highly anticipated plans are delayed, see it as an opportunity that it will be better next time. Accept the changes. You have been in a downward spiral for too long. Refocus and move towards action. The future is shining brightly. You are living through the breakdown of a relationship which was based on one person protecting or teaching the other. Let go. Experience your grief to heal. Cry, and your light will shine again. Liberate your emotions, and you will liberate your soul. Six of Cups, emotional satisfaction.
I love it because, he's attitude 6 and like it's 6C at the top. And yeah, it was basically like reevaluating relationships this year. And so, and the transformation that it talked about within his energy to refocus and move towards action. The future is shining brightly. So I love it. It's just kind of reinforcing. Right, exactly. It's fascinating. It's fascinating.
That's why I love doing this little tandem thing. It's like, it's this unified vision from a couple of perspectives, which I love so much, especially when they support the validity of each of them. It's like a pretty cool thing. That's why I put a bunch of different oracle systems on my tarot deck, so you can look at it 6 different ways. I love that, being able to look, and when those all agree, man, you're crystal, right? All right.
Yes. Yes.
So
thank you, Michael.
yeah, I've got a friend named Dennis Ng. Really good soul. His birthday's another 23, 11/23.
11/23. Okay. 11/23.
Dennis, focus for me.
7. And what'd you say?
I was just telling Dennis to focus.
Dennis to focus. I think he's very good at that.
He is.
Dennis is
Yeah.
very good at focusing naturally. Yes. Dennis is attitude 7, and so he's very in his mind, very observational, very astute when it comes to sizing up people and information. So he's one that takes things in. And also, Bryan, if you can understand, there's like a quiet nature to you where you would prefer to learn about others than share about yourself right away. It's almost like all in good time, all in good time. You prefer to understand who you're with, and then you will open up accordingly. And there has to be a deeper reason for why you are friends with this person or talking to this person, and those answers will show themselves to you. So, right, Bryan has a different kind of set of rules or natural inclinations with dealing with others. You were born on the 23rd as well as Michael, which is really, really cool. Thank you, Dennis, for understanding. So the 23rd and the 5 personal day number that you both have is you can bring people of all types of situations to you. It's a number of chaos. So a lot of times you'll find yourself in situations where you're like, why is this happening? Why am I here? And in your way of handling things, Dennis, is to really go, all right, if I just slow down, all the answers will be presented to me. This year for you is a very mixture of a spiritual year and also self-reflective, like almost like psychological self-reflective year. And the answers are really pursuing more things that allows you to use your brain differently. So if you can understand, like, I'm going to say this more open-ended, like healing ceremonies. It's like ways where you can go in deep ancient practices, ancient like texts or ceremonies of basically learning the way that people do things within their tribe, with ceremony or within the history of the religion or the group that really calls and connects to you. And so the ancestors connected to the groups are ready to give you downloads. And they're like, we're going to reconfigure your system and you're going to think entirely differently. The thing that you wanted to do, it's like open up the door, open up the light to you. So it's like journey onward. You can't do this by yourself. It's time to be a part of these ceremonies and the ancestors, and keep on in saying like plant medicine or like this type of divine being is going to open up the door, the next chapter for you. So that's very, very important. Trust in that.
Awesome. That again, I've known Dennis for a long time. That's like, yeah.
Okay,
really.
cool. I've been reconnection with ancient practices this year. Yeah. I'm telling, it's speaking to his soul. It's speaking to his soul. And 7, he's in a year of, he's an attitude 7. But he's in a year of 7 too as well. Everyone's in their personal year. That's a whole thing I have to get into. But basically, like philosophy and spirituality are calling to him, but he has to embody it rather than read about it. He has to embody it. He has to go down the journey of, again, more of this becoming that seems to be a theme. But yes. And I'm glad he understands. So just validation, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's his card? I'm curious too. Like the card echo.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm curious.
All right, number 45. Angel of motivation and willfulness. It's a happy time. You're experiencing the presence of healing, revitalizing, renewing, regenerating emotional pleasure. Memories of the past will fill you with a warm joy. A new relationship and a new place are possibilities. You will experience the harmony of natural forces without effort or strain.
Mm-hmm.
You will have a chance to relocate, a new job offer, and a new group of friends who will have much in common. There could be a surprising inheritance on the way. You know, that inheritance can be like a spiritual thing too. That's definitely hanging out there right at the edge for you. Take advantage of your opportunities to let the people you love know how much you love them. Do not hold back. You are a romantic who will always fall for the hearts and flowers routine. You enjoy being showered with love, and you are hungry for tender words and a caring touch. There you go, my brother. Another 6 of Cups. Complete emotional satisfaction.
Yes, that's what it definitely does feel like, emotional satisfaction and, not doing it alone. And I love the sentence. It was like, you will experience the harmony of natural forces without effort or strain. And that's where the universe is really sending him, I feel, and it's going to reconfigure how he does people and relationships, and he's going to find people of similar nature. So that feels really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and he says, I'm still hoping for that job change. Well, I wouldn't be surprised once you integrate some of this stuff. It's like you'll be whisked away with the winds of you've changed so much. You're just gonna, again, enact it. I just feel like there's some changes first before the job change. There's some changes first in order before the job change.
You just moved.
Oh, I just relocated. Ah, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, so we've got a few more people to get to here. We're running kind of long, but I'm down for taking care of everybody if you are.
Sure. We'll see. Let's go. Beep 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 beep.
We've got like three more to do. So
we can do it.
Yeah. There's a woman named Evelyn Chesum.
Yes.
And her birthday is September the 5th.
Okay, so Evelyn, are you with us? I'm curious. Sometimes I like to have people's like energy with us in the present.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of helps me. And she was talking about earlier, she says today is weird, 13-year-old and a 13-year anniversary, excuse me, of husband's death. We were together over 30 years, open to a message. Okay. Wow, that's a big one. That's a big one. Let me just tune on in and just kind of, I'm honoring the numbers, but I'm honoring oh, hey, Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn. I'm honoring also the other energies kind of coming into place. If you can understand, Evelyn, that, yeah, there's been a lot of emotional waves building, but a lot of, how can I put this? A lot of good healing. A lot of good healing. So it's almost like it's interesting because your energy feels so young. Your energy feels so vital right now and it feels healthy. And it's almost like I feel like you've had these parts of you that I'm going to talk about, but it's almost like your innocence is returning in a way. Okay. So I'm acknowledging this because I feel that husband in the spirit world is acknowledging like how proud and happy he is of you because you've made a lot of different milestones happen in quite a short bit of time. And if you can understand that with this year and last year, before that, it was like things were moving a lot slower. So this year, especially, it's like, wow, wow. Um, there's an acknowledgement of, it's almost interesting. There's acknowledgement of acceptance. So do you understand that like your husband was a very practical man? You said, understood, I'm reverting to my childhood. Thank you for understanding what I was saying with that. And your husband is acknowledging that too. He loves it. Okay, thank you. So your husband's a very practical man. Thank you for understanding. And he's basically talking about like everything was meant to change. And so he's talking about you, he's talking about him, he's talking about the way of the world, the universe. You know, he's being actually quite thoughtful and philosophical for a second, and he's saying the spiritual is practical in this nature. He's like everything was made to be and flow as it did. And can you understand that he would often like reach his hand out to you and put his hand on your, it's like your leg or your knee. um, he was very nurturing and supportive with how he would just kind of extend himself out to you. And I feel like there's like this body language that he's saying, like, he was always very philosophical. Thank you for understanding. It's almost like he's tempering your energy. And he's like, I know it's rough sometimes and I know it's difficult, but he's like, it was the way of the world. He's just so practical about it. Oh my goodness. But he smiles and winks at you and he's like, but there's more to it than that. Forgive me, he's giving you flowers. I'm not sure if this is exactly he showed me flowers and I there's something about it. He wants to show me the flower and I'm not sure if I'm picking up the exact flower, but he's sending me something like pink tulips. I think he would have given you an exact flower. I'm not sure if that's it, but he's sending you flowers from the spirit world and he is acknowledging happy anniversary. He's acknowledging gold jewelry that you wear in honor of him. And he wants to see you dressed up and beautiful. So he's like, this week, in honor of the anniversary, I would like you to dress up for me. I feel like this was something also important that, and I'm going to hand this over to Bryan. I feel like this was also important within understanding who he was. You understand that you would go out and celebrate, and this was not just on anniversaries, but he would always encourage you to look your best. and he'd always comment about it. And he would always comment about he wanted himself to look his best too, because that means that you were living life at the fullest, at the highest. And to feel your best, you had to look your best. And he wants to impart that within you. So he wants you to dress up in honor of him. He loves you so, 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 so much. And he's sending you a bouquet from heaven. He truly is. And you're his angel, you're his queen. And there's something very similar he said in that order. Again, I'm paraphrasing from the spirit worlds, but no, he really, really loves and adores you. Loves and adores you. So he kisses your hand and says, I love you. So thank you so much. Dress up. He's like, okay, yeah, dress up from the spirit world. Yes, yes. He loved you to get dressed up. He loved you to get dressed up, though. So he wants you to feel in honor of if he was just there again, too. Okay? Yes, dress up. All right. So I'm going to hand it over to Bryan.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. She's wondering about the dressing up a little bit. She's like, huh? But yes, I promise you.
Okay, Evelyn, I pulled an angel card for you, number 67, the angel of transformation to the sublime. You just never know when to say when. You have emotionally overextended yourself. You have a passionate nature and an infectious lust for life, but it has led to overindulgences to the point of burnout. You're tired, feeling drained and depleted and emotionally ripped off a little bit. Start taking care of yourself and meet your own needs rather than everyone else's needs and wants to the exclusion of your own. You are so done, dissatisfied and disappointed. You want something completely new, yet you have no idea what. Find the courage now to retreat and heal yourself. Find the courage to retreat and heal yourself. Take time out for yourself and go swim in the sea of light. Discover purpose that is worthy of your total commitment and dedication. Allow yourself to feel the blahs. Rest and you will renew. New ideas take root. People look to your strength and hope to anchor to. However, some people become so needy, they draw your energy in one direction without exchange of energy in return. And you can feel manipulated and a little drained. So move away from those psychic drains and care for your own needs. There you go, Evelyn.
I feel that so true. Like the caring for your own needs and just honoring that there's so much new taking root and finding the courage to heal. And I love it. Sublimation. Sublimation.
Right? Exactly. All right.
Have a passionate nature and infectious lust for life. I love that.
Yeah. No.
The essence of Evelyn is bubbling up. Like
Sublimation, joy. Yes, exactly. These last couple are really special. They're friends of mine and longtime friends of my son's. And the first one, her name's Emily. And Jason, you still out there? Like, yell at me if you're still there, right?
Let us know who's out there, and thank you so much, Evelyn.
Yeah, her name's Emily, and her birthday is 6/16.
Okay, so we have Emily, and we have
Jason.
6/16.
Yeah.
Oh, my pen. 6.
And Jason's 4/18, which is a very magical number.
And 4/18. Okay, and 4, and okay. That's Jason, and then that's Emily. Okay. And so it's cool because Jason and Emily, they both have a 4 attitude. So it's almost like they handle things in a similar way. And they would be natural if they know each other. They would be natural in very much just feeling like one another gets each other. Okay, and it's because you communicate in a similar way. Um, Even when you have differing opinions, you do things a little bit similarly in life, where there is that I have to acknowledge. So I'm going to go with Emily first. So can you understand that Emily, if you're with, okay, are you Magic Hour? The Magic Hour. So is that
Yes,
Emily?
yes.
Okay. Emily, if can you understand that you have a more serious nature to you? Let me know if you can understand these things. Um, and that you're a planner and that you're somebody that's a little bit more systematic in life. And so this year is all about you coming into like a new type of support system for yourself. Um, a mixture of being invited to learn and actually take on some new classes, and also invitation to completely define your environment around you. So if you can understand that there has been, whether a move or like redecorating a house, reevaluating, it's almost like I'm very much aware like that I'm reevaluating the architecture of something that is going to suit me better, or something that I have to like redo or reconfigure, if you can understand this. But it's really a different support system for when you wake up in the morning and say, I love where I live and this supports me. And this is actually giving me the energy that I need every day. And there has to be redecorating, there has to be a resurgence of your environment matching who you currently are. Even more color. I feel like color hasn't always been super, super needed within the house. And right now there needs to be. So it's acknowledgement of change of color, or more color. I just, whether in the walls or decorating, if you can understand this, let me know. If you don't, that's fine. There needs to be something changed within the home. That's rather significant. Okay. So, something that comes also up with you, Emily, is again, there is going to be a downloading of information through classes, whether being the student and having a teacher guiding you, but pretty soon there has to be you being an advocate. So it's not always that we have to be the teacher. Um, but rather the advocate. So there's a cause or belief, and into getting that message out into the world and saying, this is something that's not talked enough about, and I stand strong in it and I care about it. Being the advocate, taking the role of the advocate. If you can understand this. So that's what's coming into play. I'm going to hand it off to Bryan.
All right. Emily, I pulled the angel Anuel, who happens to be one of my birthday angels, angel of success and prosperity. A difficult passage is coming to an end. Allow it to fade away like the darkness in the rays of the morning sun. Pass through it by setting your sights on a bright future just over the hill. See things as they are, not the way your fear tells you they are. Wow. Yeah. See things as they really are, not the way your fear tells you they are. Think with an open, objective, and realistic point of view. Investigate all the possibilities and look for what is brightest. You are in the middle of an unpleasant, awful situation. Sever yourself from it, and you will know relief and harmony like the sunshine after a rainstorm. You are progressing rapidly now. Everything is relative to one's point of view. Change your perspective and change the world. No truer statement ever. Communicate in a non-threatening way that will allow other people to consider new ideas, thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes from perspectives they have not yet considered. That's the key to every argument, actually. You are blessed with the gift of support in adversity and the ability to stick with someone when their luck has run out and help them through difficult times. The tarot card that goes with this is the Six of Swords, which is an interesting card because it's a card where it indicates where you've been getting your sustenance, like that is run out, like it's played out. So the gig is off looking for a new opportunity and a new place to get what you need, and that during the journey to go find that, that's where like the eureka moment happens, where it's like, wow, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Let's go this way. And like in the middle of that journey, you go, oh my God, that's it. That's it. That's the new one. I just had one of those myself, like about a week ago. Oh man, I love it when that happens. So keep an eye out, like when you're brushing your teeth or combing your hair or something, or, listen to those little voices that have really good ideas that you would normally blow off, and make sure that you really consider them. Okay.
I think, yeah, it's almost like the nudging forward, because I feel like Emily is very brilliant. Like, she has a very sharp mind. She can learn and pick things up fast. And there's a lot of like nudges forward where she is a planner, but she won't be able to plan for things coming up, especially kind of next year. So you're going to be taken into this different part of your life. And it's all about, right, getting yourself out there. And the reason for why is going to converge. And the colors of blues and greens are coming in for you. So it's just inviting you to have a more social life and a more involved life with finding your spirituality and living in moral code to it. Living in moral code to it. So I'm just going to say it like that. I just felt like I had to. So I appreciate you allowing me to say that additionally.
Okay, so I think we've reached the last one.
Oh, I was supposed to. There was Emily, and then there was Matt.
Yeah, Jason. No, Jason.
Jason, that's right.
Jason, and Jason's birthday is 4/18.
That's right. Okay, so Jason. So this message is for Jason too as well. Let me just see. So I feel like I'm acknowledging that, like, this is like, I mean, of course, my goodness, this is a difficult time for all of you regarding the situation, but I feel like I can acknowledge this with Jason's energy as I'm connecting to him. And I feel like kind of he's like, if you can understand this, he's someone who takes on a lot, Jason. And it's like he is one of those friends where he's going to try to help lift you up, but he might be going through stuff just as much as when he's lifting up somebody to keep them afloat. So I feel like Jason's been really hit hard this year. And this is something additionally where he needs a support system around him, because he doesn't always talk about how things bother him. And I feel like this is a turning point for Jason too. But there's a lot of healing and time and incubation that has to happen. I feel like Jason's a leader, if you can understand this too. Jason is somebody who's quite independent, and he's kind of going into this cocoon, and he has been kind of at the beginning of the year as well, if I can understand this too, because he's going into, again, this next phase of himself, and he will come out on the other side stronger. But he needs people reaching out to him because he is a little bit of like someone who keeps to himself and then just gets things done. So please check in him. That's all I'm saying. Checking on Jason. Lots of love to Jason, and my heart goes out to Jason and Emily this time, and also you, Bryan.
All right, so this is a really good angel for you, actually. Number 37, the angel of breaking the circle. You are at an impasse and have no idea which way to turn. The crashing waves of your emotions make it difficult to know what to do. You don't want to rock the boat, so you're very reluctant to express your opinions unless you are forced to. You seek to maintain calm through your projected rationality, which causes you to ignore your intuitions. It is the conflict between your opinions and others which is causing the stalemate and indecision. You already know what to do. You're just telling yourself you don't in order to avoid a difficult situation. Man, I'm the master of that. The picture is clear. You have deliberately closed your eyes and told yourself you were blind so that you will not have to choose between friend and enemy. It's this very choice which is your first step to involving yourself with people again. Your attempts to protect yourself have walled off your heart and still stifled your emotions. This attempt to stop your emotions is literally making you more emotional. Let go in stillness, man. Get down to the blank space and just turn your emotions off. And you and I need to have an aura conversation, and you need to learn how to get into your third band, which is where information lives, devoid of emotion. And being able to go to that space and come back to your emotional space will make a huge difference in your life in many, many ways. So we should connect on that later. And I hope that was super helpful. All right, so
Breaking of the circle.
all right. So I think that's everybody that was looking for a reading. And what a crazy night, man. We've gone way long, like a twice as long show. Thank you for playing and bringing your energy to the show. This was a really kind of a special emotional zone for me. And thanks for helping send my son off. And I hope to have you back again soon when we can just be like talking about numbers and fun stuff.
Hey, it's an honor. It's an honor to be here. And in honor of your son, Adam, and I wouldn't have had it any other way if this was, thank you. However I can help, thank you. I'm honored.
So make sure you check out Kelly's network, Sacred Spiral Network. And as always, hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment, please. It really helps get it out. And this show finds the people that need it. So, help some people out if you're aware of somebody that could use what we're working on here and our energy work. You don't really find this in too many other places. So see if you can help me, make sure the people that would really benefit find it. All right. So I guess we're going to be closing for now. And again, much love. Thanks for all your participation. Thanks for your support through a really difficult time for me. And I will look forward to seeing you next week on the Flip Flop, man. Kelly, thank you. I'll see you again soon.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, B.
We gratefully close our circle with joy and bid everyone to return to their spaces. With absolute gratitude, we thank the angels and we thank the source for the light. With absolute gratitude for it all, infinite unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, we close our circle and be in the light.